You can pick whichever one is more exciting. I'm not going to tell you what to do. Anyway, I'm just thinking about Louis right now. Because I was planning on buying something and I didn't have time. So I'm just thinking about their fries. So if anybody wants to go out and buy me fries and like a spicy chicken sub, 8 inches, let me know, I'll Venmo you. Anyway. Okay, our next performer. I asked him what the stupidest way he's ever hurt himself was, and his first response was, I've never been in real pain. He took a bit, took a while, then a few minutes later was like, is it important? And I was like, yeah, please. And he wrote, I don't know, I guess my first Cornell winter hurt a lot coming from California. So everyone give it up for Alex!
Thank you. Hi, hello. Thank you all for coming out tonight. Thank you for the introduction. I think introductions in stand-up comedy are stupid. Sorry. But everyone who's in this audience right now either already knows who I am, and thank you for coming, or doesn't give a shit about who I am because you want to see your friends. But introductions are done across stand-up comedy in general. Because when you pay money to go to see like a famous comedian at a theater or something, you already know who they are. Like if the guy comes out and he just starts doing his set, and you're sitting there thinking like, you're probably thinking like, yeah, or about time, or I paid money for this, or I'm really high right now. But you're not sitting there thinking like, who the hell is that? Why is he on the stage? Security, this man didn't introduce himself. But yeah, we've got a great show for you tonight, or at least that's what you'll tell your friends when they ask about what you thought about their show tonight. A bit about me. I come from a Russian background, Russian family. Fled the Soviet Union as it was falling apart. Not me, my parents did. And so there's kind of a Russian tradition of I want to say not disappointing your parents. And this tradition kind of carries with it the fact that on multiple occasions throughout my life, my dad would threaten to take away my last name. And I'm very serious about this. Like, it's not just like a one-off, like, hey, stop. It's more of a like, if you keep being the way that you are, I will take away your last name. And I'm like, haha, and he's like, so I don't really want to risk it because I think that not having a last name would actually set me up for more failure in life. I'm imagining like a job interview or some type of situation. It's like, oh, hi, what's your name? Alexander. Do you have a last name? Well, it's kind of an Adele type of situation with a lot more shame and a lot less money. So this past weekend, I visited Washington, D.C., where my sister lives, and my sister has been able to keep her last name. And she lives in Washington, D.C. in an apartment, and she has a cat. So when I visit my sister, I'm also visiting the cat. And so I see this cat a lot of times now because I visit my sister, and it kind of feels like I'm, I want to say married to the cat. And the reason it feels like I'm married to the cat, well, I love this cat very much. We spend a lot of time together. It makes a lot of noise and I'm afraid of it. And sometimes the cat won't leave me alone, scratch me, and breaks things in the apartment. So I'm saying I don't know a whole lot about marriage, but I do know that between me and the cat, one of us is gonna outlive each other, and I'm the man, so statistically the cat's got the best chances. Something else that I think is really interesting is slang, or shortened language, if you will. And specifically, I think it's just cool how like nobody says a word and then more people start saying it. My example of this is the British English insult tosser. Because I think that's really funny. Tosser, like, okay, so I'm thinking, how did this start? And now I'm imagining, you know, two British guys, they're in a bar, they're both angry and drunk, they're pissed and they're pissed. And so, like, one of them, like, it gets heated, he's yelling, like, hey, you suck! And the other guy's like, oh shit, I gotta yell something. You throw things! Gently, tosser! And by some freaking miracle, the second guy's the one that wins the, like, inevitable knife fight or whatever. And then the word tosser just catches on fire. When I was a kid, I used to have perfect vision. I don't anymore. And I think this next kind of joke will be relatable to you if you have bad vision, because that's the context. Picking out new glasses sucks. And the reason picking out new glasses sucks is because you're stuck making a major decision about your appearance for at least the next year or so. And you're making this decision about your appearance while you're basically blind. So, you know, I'm picking out glasses. My pupils are dilated because I just had the exam. My old glasses are off because that's the point. And so, like, I go to the display case, I, like, feel around. Like, I get some frames. I put them on, okay, shuffle over to the mirror so I don't trip. And okay, I'm looking into the mirror, and like, okay, yeah, that blur looks kind of decent. Probably. And then the guy behind me, like, moves somewhere else. I'm like, oh, this mirror is at an angle. My face is over here. And so I repeat this process probably 40 or 50 times, and like eventually, like, I give up. Okay, this'll do. I'll take it. And the guy making my glasses, like, thank God. And so now I leave the office, and I have about 2 weeks to contemplate how big of a mistake I might have just made. And so after probably the longest 2 weeks of my life, I finally get new glasses, and it's like, okay, now at this point it can go one of two ways. One, you look great. You did it. You got really lucky. Or two, it's not so bad because you'll need new glasses soon enough anyway, because if you so much as glance at yourself in the mirror while wearing these, your eyes will bleed. I know you're out there in the audience thinking like, wow, I have perfect vision. So did I. In addition to like losing my vision, I also think I was born without a sense of smell. So I'm in the wines class at Cornell right now. And the wines class is great, and I love it because I get to drink wine and get a class credit for it. But the thing is, I think I have a roughly 0% chance of passing this class. Because this is how wines go. So the professor, you know, she's talking about some specific wine. We all have a glass of it. It's like, okay, taste the wine. And before you taste the wine, you're supposed to smell the wine. So she says, smell the wine. You smell the wine. And now everyone's like saying what this wine smells like. It's like, oh, it smells like cherries, vanilla, cinnamon, leather, wet dog. These are all things people have said about what wine smells like. And I'm sitting there like a freaking idiot thinking like, okay, this smells like red. This one smells white. And the professor, you know, she'll kind of help us out. So she'll be like, is anyone getting hints of apple? Hints of apple in this one? And I'll be like, hell yeah, there's apple. I know what I'm talking about. And then that's nice. I feel good. Like, yeah, that's what it smells like. Except it's not always like that, because sometimes she'll be like, okay, and is anyone picking up hints of maple in this wine? And I'll be like, hell yeah, I'm picking up hints of maple. And she's like, interesting. I'm not. That just makes me look worse. And so yeah, no vision, no sense of smell. I'm also losing my hearing. That's a whole thing. I'm basically the Helen Keller of sommeliers. And I guess I just got one more quick thing to tell you guys. I think as a Cornell student, this is something really important. You gotta remember, suicide is never the answer. unless the question is, what is the word that means to kill yourself?